Eric, it is good to see P.J. Tucker following a Heat victory, a man who does all the dirty work today, producing as well with the 20 points on offense. P.J., I want to start with the fact that you guys never trailed in this game. We love drama, and Jimmy provides it a lot. You gotta watch him. You gotta watch him. We love drama, P.J. We love tight games and good finishes, but in this case, you led start to finish. How'd you get it done that you never let up?
We were aggressive from the start. We wanted to be aggressive defensively, put pressure on their guards, make sure Julius Randle would get a lot of easy looks. We wanted to make sure we can be able to double him on the backside, make his passes tough, but we also wanted to turn our turnovers and our stops into points, so we wanted to put it back on him, get the ball in Jimmy's hands, and let him do what he does.
I'm glad you mentioned defense because I know that defense is a game-long thing, but there are times in that first quarter, right from the start, it almost seemed like fourth quarter defense. You guys were aggressive. How much was that the game plan tonight?
That's our game. We get stops, we score. It's kind of repetitive in the league. Everybody scores, you get happy, and then you start playing defense. We want to play defense, get stops. That turns into points for us. Our guys play hard every single night. So we're getting stops. We get out there. I know Bass is going to fall because we got a lot of good shooters.
BJ, I mentioned that you do the dirty work. Everybody on this team likes to do the dirty work. You seem to be the head of it, though. Maybe the things that don't show up in the stat sheet. Tonight, they did show up in the stat sheet. What was the key for you to get those good looks and knock down those shots?
I got a couple more than you normally get. You never know. Just always be ready. Some nights I get one shot. Some nights like tonight, I get a few more. So it's just staying ready, being ready to knock them down, and do all the stuff that I always do every single night.
Yeah, we see it night in and night out. Final question, PJ, the balance. You had 4 guys today, scored 20+, you one of them. What is it about this team that on nights like this, we see it often that it's not one guy, it's 3, 4, 5, 6 guys?
It's the head of our horse, the head of the horse. It's Jimmy. Jimmy makes all of it possible. He's so unselfish. Yeah. He comes to me and tells me, I don't want to score 30. I don't want to score 20. I want to get you guys going because he knows if we're scoring, then guys are communicating more, we're playing better. He's just such a great playmaker. So for me, it starts with Jimmy. He's the head of the horse, and he gets us all going with his unselfishness.
Well, listen, I know you're a humble guy, and Jimmy deserves a lot of credit, but tonight, you were certainly that guy as well. Thanks for the time, PJ. I appreciate it. Congratulations on the win. You got it, man. PJ Tucker right now here with Gabe Vincent following this Heat win tonight. And Gabe, it seems like whenever I talk to you or another guy back here, it's always coming off a tight win. How's it feel to get a win where you always had the lead, you never had the deficit in this game? What was the key to doing that?
Just to focus on our habits, man. We had to defend. We had to do it at a high level. We've struggled playing with leads in the past, and that's something we wanted to focus on tonight and maintaining it, and we did that. So we accomplished our goal.
And offensively, shooting, sometimes it gets contagious. It seemed that way tonight. You guys were just shooting. I think it was at 56% in the first half from 3 overall, shooting the ball well. There seemed to be that rhythm all night. How much is it the defensive energy leading to offense?
It's huge. It's much easier playing off misses than makes. The defense isn't quite as set. They might be mismatched, and we could take advantage, and we were able to do so tonight.
We talk all the time about the balance of this team is. Today, it was almost like a different core every night. Sometimes it's you and Max and Caleb. Tonight, it was PJ with 20 and Tyler coming back with a big night. Duncan hitting 7 threes. Yeah. How impressive is that balance night in and night out?
It's amazing. I mean, you plug and play different guys into our team, and we play completely different almost, but we're still effective, whether it's Bam and Jimmy or Kyle and Bam, and whatever mixed match you may do. We're still effective, and we find ways to win.
I know that Spo was asked about it today pregame about being the #1 seed in the East currently, and none of that really means much until the end, but it is a nice place to be. How important is it for you guys to kind of maintain that, show that, look, we are one of the better teams in the Eastern Conference?
Yeah, I mean, we take every game personally, so we want to accomplish and win every game, and part of doing that is being first, and we want to be first and the best at whatever we can be, so we take that to heart.
Final question, the fans, again, man, the energy. I know there was some Knicks fans. It always happens. There's always going to be Knicks fans in the house, but you silenced those guys tonight pretty quickly.
I mean, hopefully they go get some mashup jerseys, man. We can get them, convert them over here to us.
Look at that, man, selling jerseys.
Coming back late in the game or letting go of a lead late in the game, what did you like about the way you sustained it all night tonight and held the lead throughout?
Yeah, look, they're a tough team, and you have to do things with intention. Certainly offensively, otherwise they can jam you up and make things tough. And force you into the second half of the clock. But we did, I thought, a good job of just sharing the ball, sharing the game. And just making the right plays, pretty consistently. And then the guys were enjoying each other's success during that. So a lot of guys stepped up, but I would say Bam just really created a lot of triggers for us. He got a lot of guys open, got us into movement and creating actions, which just, forced some overreactions, and then it created some ball movement from there. And then, everybody just started to capitalize on those open shots. Duncan, he and Bam, with their dribble handoffs and all the different actions that they've worked on, for several years are just so unscripted now that it's hard to predict what they'll do if you're on the other side of it. But then it created opportunities for everybody. PJ was just terrific. It's a great luxury to have, somebody, like him that can take on these kind of challenges against some of the best, front court players in the league. And then, he found himself open, quite a few times in the corner, and he knocked all those down. It was just really a solid game from our guys.
I want to ask a little bit more about the Bam Duncan two-man game. How much has Bam's return helped Duncan?
You can't even quantify it. You just see the comfort level of Duncan just skyrocket. Because Bam knows how to get him open and get him just two or three easy looks, and that can mean everything for a shooter. When it's open and in rhythm. And also the synergy between the two of them, they're just connected, and sometimes there's an energy to that. This goes back, 3 years ago when they were just constantly working on these things in practice and training sessions and summer sessions and all that stuff. Like I said, right now, a lot of it, these aren't play calls. It's just unscripted, which, makes it much more dangerous.
Having been admonished for asking too much about the percentage of the ball going in or not, how good does it feel to see Duncan get on this sort of uber rhythm? We've seen it over the last 2 years to further lift his confidence and just have a night like this dramatically with the shooting.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, it's probably a better answer coming from him. It's more about, how your offense is functioning, from my seat. Are you getting shots in your wheelhouse? Are you getting the things that you're playing to your strengths? Are you doing it consistently enough? Those kind of things. So even when he was missing shots, earlier on, those were a different kind of shot. It's a little bit different, with the subtle nuances that Bam brings. But regardless, I like the shots that Duncan, was shooting all along. That's what he's here for, is to create that space, create triggers for us, create overreactions, and he's been able to do that consistently all year long. I don't really have all the time to try to educate people that it's not just about whether the ball's going in or not. There's a lot of other good things going on even when he was missing.
And then just PJ and what he did, getting off to the good start, but just making the timely plays when you needed them.
No, he's phenomenal. He's such a brilliant defender. Look, I think he's just a great basketball player. I really do. He competes on both ends of the court. He's smart. He's tough. He does all the winning plays that don't show up in the box score. He communicates. He leads. He encourages. He's a skilled player. He's one of the best historic, three-point corner shooters in this league. But with us, he brings so much more, to our offense with the playmaking and, the second situations that he has a great feel for. And then defensively, he just fits right in, with the personality of our group. And his ability to guard, so many different big-time challenges, regardless whether it's a front court player or a backcourt player, he just continues to impress us.
I suppose how great it was to get Tyler back, and I was eager to get back out there for the short protocol layoff, and how you thought he looked.
He was right in rhythm. He's felt good for the last few days, so not in our building, but I have a sense that he was working somewhere. League, don't come after me on that. But he, he's, he gives obviously a different dimension. When plays get, broken, and then you need guys to step up and make some plays. He can really fill in those gaps in between, and create shots, and quality shots for you, in the second half of the clock.
All right, Coach, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Duncan, you often talk to us about how it's always nice to see the ball go through the basket. When you get on one of these runs like you've been on and see the ball go through a basket a lot, does that sort of just fuel you into maybe even a higher level or a different zone? And especially when you can really feel that just constant chemistry with Bam.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can get hot and kind of get it going, obviously that sort of stuff can be kind of momentum building and contagious in that sense. So, you just try to maximize it when you're going through a stretch like this. But, it doesn't necessarily mean you change anything. Just continue to maintain. And it's certainly a lot easier when you have guys that finding you in situations to be successful.
Can you grab the microphone a little closer?
Yeah, I can do that.
Duncan, you've talked about, during the lows this season that you could try to quiet the noise. When you went through a streak like this, do you kind of handle it the same way?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I just try to, whether things are going well, things are going poorly, just maintain the same level of consistency, continue to show up. Things are never as good as they seem. Things are never as bad as they seem, so just try to keep it even keel, throughout the highs and lows.
In what ways have you seen maybe your looks change a little bit or improve a little bit or just become more comfortable with Bam in there?
Obviously that's just the nature of shooting, but the looks change because the basket just looks a little bit wider, and the ball starts to go in. But, I feel like I've actually really gotten good looks all year. Guys are super unselfish. And, Tuck, for example, is like yelling at me that he wants to get me shots. So, to have a teammate like that and a guy like Bam, both of them, Jimmy, all those guys, Gabe, like Kyle, when he's in, everyone's just super unselfish and trying to get me looks. So, for me, it's I just try to do my job, just let it fly.
Duncan, this team is now 18-1 when shooting 40% from three. You can parse numbers like that in a few different ways, but what do you think that says about the consistency of kind of everything else you guys do, that when the threes are going in, it's been a win?
Yeah, I think our offense really starts with our ability to attack, and we do it in a lot of different ways. We have guys that attack off the dribble, we attack in post-ups, we attack on short rolls, and good looks and three-point shots are a beneficiary of that, those driving kicks. We talk a lot about how our best three-point shots are ones that have come after a paint touch. So, we just try to play to our strengths and let the chips fall where they may.
Duncan, we see sometimes when teams have a lot of playable players that sometimes they don't come together that much because guys are fighting for roles and that sort of stuff. Why do you think, it seems from the very start, this team has had that unselfish bent to it? Why do you think that is?
I think it's a combination of things. I think it's, great veteran leadership, guys that have won before, guys that know what it takes. I think we also talk about it, we're very open about it, that in order to win at a high level, it's going to take sacrifice. And, it's just about buying into something that we have going on here that's bigger than any individual. And, it's not always easy to swallow, from the standpoint of, you're the one sacrificing. But at the end of the day, it's about winning. It's about that bottom line.
I think we need the sunglasses if you're going to wear that, but
I knew you would say something.
Kind of figured it was. So, based on your return today, is COVID a healthy thing?
No, definitely not. No, it didn't feel good. Are you talking about COVID or to be out there?
Come back.
Oh, it felt great to come back. I mean, just being out there with my teammates, coaches, it was amazing. My wind was all right. I think I need to get back, with E for Ran and do some sprints, but it was a great win for us. I thought we competed. Just got to play a little bit better with the lead.
Tyler, you guys are now 18-1 when the team shoots over 40% from three. Just curious as to what do you think that says about the team, that when the shots are falling, it's been a win basically?
Yeah, I think just generating good looks, trying to get our shooters, open shots, Max and Duncan. We got a bunch of guys that can shoot, but I think just trying to generate, open looks in different ways, whether it's playing out of the post, playing through Jimmy, playing through Bam, whatever it may be. Just trying to generate open looks so we can, get good looks, make them, and then I think that's how it leads to the 40%.
PJ was just in here talking about how this is the first time he's in a long time able to shoot twos and kind of show his all-around offensive game. Has he even maybe surprised you with just kind of his
Who said that?
PJ. His offensive skill set as far as what he could do aside from just, hitting threes, which he's doing very well this season as well?
Yeah, PJ's been, our heart and soul, through everything. When guys are out, he's always there, being a leader and just, really moving the needle on both ends of the floor. But yeah, that the 2-point floater that he's been getting to is amazing. I don't remember how many times he's missed that shot, but he's obviously, a tremendous player for us. In corner three, and that floater he gets is amazing.
Tyler, how do you guys find the balance offensively in terms of who has it going and when you want to go to that player? Because obviously you got pretty balanced scoring throughout the roster with you having that role off the bench, but how do you guys kind of make that decision? How do you feed off of each other to get it to the hot guy?
We just got a bunch of unselfish guys that share the ball, make the extra pass, and when someone's hot or someone has it going, we know to get the ball back to them. And initially, we kind of just played through, our main guys who create triggers for us, and from there, if anyone gets it going, we kind of just go through the hot hand and try to play through them. But like you said, we got a bunch of guys on the roster that can, score the ball and really, really impact winning.